Hello traders, good morning, noon, afternoon, night, midnight, midday. How are you today? How are you guys? I'm wonderful, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The weather changes from a great period of 25, 27 degrees. We are now at 17. I love it, but my wife complains normally. So how are you doing guys? How is all going? Roshin, you also prefer cold? Maybe I can I can send my wife to you so you explain her the advantages. Maybe just give her a little girly talk, right? I hate when it's too hot as well. I had too cold also not really fun, but 17 degrees, come on, that's a dream. All right, hello guys. So hi Winnie, Robin, Josh, Jay, Marcos, William, John. Good to see you guys. Everyone else who didn't write us. uh, Nothing here. Oh, John, yeah, she knows that. She knows that the winter is coming. It's going to be interesting. This actually is our first winter here in Canada because we arrived on March, and now with the first winter, new house, could be interesting experience, isn't it? Hi, Jay, Peng, good to see you guys. Okay, so should we begin? Should we begin? Oh, so welcome to family, Peng, and see you soon there. You get a package few in a few days. We are almost finished the connection of our technology, the automatic screenshot publishing to our servers with a Scorpio, and then we will include that in the live rooms, of course, so you can see yourself, guys, how it's done, how we use that, and very great moments are coming. Very great moments are coming. Um, I cannot tell you my next surprises, but I can hint. I can just hint that there will be some amazing versions, new versions of my previous things, SRS Triple B. There will be some great improvements which we've been working on for a long time now to test everything, and exciting days are coming, guys. We continue to try and simplify simplify the trading decisions for you, so we include all the latest development inside, so to make your trading life easier. I'm sorry, but I cannot say more than that. I already said more than enough. So well, about the mobile app, actually we had one. We had a mobile app on the previous version of the club, um, but there were so many problems with the latest updates and everything, with the signals to be sent and reports. It's on the list. It's on the list, but to be honest, completely honest, it's currently on the latest priority because we have much more important things to cover as for now, and I believe our site is very well responsive to all the mobile, but the app itself not there. And we will step by step. We will change the retail trading world completely. Thank you for that, way. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very important to develop ourselves as traders and the tools we use. And of course, it's not like a magic and up. We have a new update. It takes time to test everything, and the whole team of mine is working on that. So you know all the bugs and all the changes. So it takes time, but you know what? You know my saying, guys, right? Good things come with patience, and so this. All right, so let's go over the charts then. There are not many updates here for today, but there are a few we have to cover. Let's start with the oil, guys, because the oil have been very nice boy with us lately. And the question is what's coming and where do we go from here? Now, you know my view that I said it not once. For me, it's only buy, 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 buy. And this is basically our special cycle, which we expect to be corrected in two ways, in two waves, sorry. One of the ways could be double cycle. Another one could be a range. Now, this look like, as for now, a possible double cycle, which has amazing magnet zone right here. Agree? Now, from my point of view, on the next several weeks or months, because this is a weekly cycle, we should slowly get to here. Another possibility from this zone that this will turn to be a range, because we had two false breaks on the bottoms. This is our last stop. We might get a false break here, and from there get some very nice fat retrace down. But as for now, the weekly cycle, the monthly cycles are very powerful. No signs against magnets are higher. And we have at least the daily cycle, which is here, and this is 54 zone. Okay, well, put it here, and this is the expansion of 161.8. We are all around the 54. I would expect here some kind of short-term pullback, which later on, most likely, because, and I say most likely because this is oil. It's not even forex, which is more technical. Oil is, affected by so many things on our world. But there is a very good chance that from this area we will start experiencing some pullback down. Now the 4-hour chart seems like it wants to create for us the first false break, which might be here. I would expect one more false break on higher levels, where from, very likely, we would be able to start and look for some kind of sells. Okay, so that's the first one. And our alternative to that, of course, is if we assume that this is already a triple cycle, which definitely could be the case. In that case, we would assume that we will have 1, 2, 3 on lower time frames, 1, 2, breakout, and then we are good to look for short-term sells. As long as none of these scenarios happened, we remain on our bullish view, which started, just reminding you guys, started right here. We're like 500 pips to the upside, riding this beautiful trend, and with a risk of 200, it's pretty nice risk reward already for these ones. We're getting close to 1 to 3. So it's very nice. We should start to pay attention to the slowdown signs oil is showing, but at the same time, let's not rush to make any decision here. Okay, that's about the oil. Now the next one is I was asked to cover by Nick. Nick, I hope you are here. If not, I hope you are watching the recording with the Brent. Okay, and this one is not far from the same. Let's cover this one here. That's what we got. We have these beautiful levels higher. If we go for this special cycle as well, you will discover some brutal reality that the 38.2 retrace is here. Okay, and there is we have few magnet zones here. 1, 2, 3. Now on the weekly cycle we saw the levels. On the daily cycle, if we put it together, sorry, we discover what? That we have also magnet area right here. Now let's say that correctly. We have the 100 level of the daily cycle. On the 4-hour chart we have a triple cycle. 1, 2, 3. There is a chance that we will start to see a bit of slowdown. which is more than acceptable. But for the longer run, the way the weekly and the monthly look like, there is very good healthy chance we are going higher for the next cycle levels. In other words, as long as we do not have two false breaks on the 4-hour chart or the daily chart, or triple cycle down corrected by double cycle retrace and breakout, in other words, 1 2 3 1 2 boom, breakout, as long as we don't have any of these scenarios completed, the pressure still bullish. Okay, if we do reach the levels we just spoke about above, that could be this situation that we call boy oh boy. Okay, and we will definitely want to trade that. Okay, Robin, I 100% agree with you, my friend. This is exactly why great trades come with great patience. And you know what's funny? I had a conversation yesterday about one of my followers. But it was about an investment. Okay, and he said, so if we have 4 trades reaching our targets, that's approximately going to be like 6%. That was in the Telegram. It will be like 6% profit from 4 positions. And I say, yes, I wish that would be the case. That would be true. Think about it, guys. We need, in average, 1 or 1.5 position per month, in average. And this is basically what the daily and weekly cycles provide us. During the year, there are normally between 15 to 20 positions, sometimes even more. And I'm talking only about forex. I'm not talking even about commodities, indices, stocks. Only forex. Now think about it this way. If every pair, on every investment opportunity, you manage to do even only 1% profit, only 1% profit, that means that for investments, you are up to 15 to 20% only from forex. Of course, the risk coming inside, and we have to maximize the risk and have our alternative plans, how to get out, how to hedge partially. All that comes inside, but that's a different conversation. But in general, this is what we need to understand. And sometimes, when we trade with small risk, let's say 0.5% risk per trade or 0.25% risk per trade, to reach such numbers, it means that we will have to trade not 15, 20 trades, but 100 trades or more just to get the same numbers. So trading the classical opportunities, those that have the weekly, daily, 4-hour chart cycle combinations, even though they are rare, it doesn't mean make less. In many cases, it even means make more. Because you don't waste your time and you don't waste your risks on all the rest. Make sense? And this is something that is very, very important to understand. Our wish to make the fast profits and make it now, many times ruins our growth and ruins our long-term plan, our confidence, our belief, our progress. So trading more does not mean make more. And I want you to remember that, guys. And the biggest guys, I told you that not once. Do you know what they deal with mainly? Value the opportunity. Not trading. Value the opportunity. Planning the entire risk from the whole levels for the long-term run versus the possible profit. I want you to remember that, guys. I want you to remember that. That's whole difference. And no, I'm not saying that short-term trading is bad or scalping cannot be profitable. Of course it can. But it requires so much more effort from us, the traders. And it requires so much more time. Time. This is the most valuable thing for us. and it requires so much energies and sometimes disappointments, because some days, well, things just don't go as we want. Some weeks, things just don't go as we want, right? And instead of making us progressing forward, relaxed on the best opportunities, we are dealing with not the best opportunities, fighting them, trying to squeeze as much as possible for the same numbers. Agree? Think about it, guys. Think about it, guys. Now, there is also another thing to remember here. For small accounts, it doesn't make sense to invest, because 20% growth per year or 40% growth per year or so will not change the game for no one. So for small money, of course, short-term trading is probably the only solution to get the chance to and try to get bigger. Understand the risk, but try to get bigger. And that's not going to happen with only long-term trading. Well, unless you are good to trade for 30 years. No problem with that, but just need to understand the numbers. And I was doing the same. When I started from my growing moment, I started with 5K. Yep, I took big risks. I was lucky enough to have a very, very, very volatile period almost every day, but I started very small. No other choice. So for small accounts, you need to start small, but still smart. Small does not mean, okay, now it's time to risk 10% per trade, because it will be like erased in few days, maybe in the same day. Okay, but definitely 1-2% risk on small is much more than enough. Okay, so we're back to here, and just confirming the words Robin said. Great trades comes with great patience. Definitely, we wait for that. When it comes, it's so sweet. Okay. Well, Jay, that's a good question. What's important is how to find those investment opportunities, and I always say weekly, daily cycles. You got your weekly, daily levels. You got the weekly, daily cycles. You can start and attack. You can start and attack. For commodities, it's best to go longs. For stocks, also look only for longs opportunities. For forex, it could be both, because forex is currency versus currency. Easy to say, hard to do. Well, true story. True story. Let me share with you something, guys. Let me just find it for a second. Just a second. I want to find something here. Someone shared with me this picture. Let me show it for you guys. This one. You see my screen? No, you don't. Now you do. This is something to remember. That's very good friend shared with me. Everyone wants to be successful until they see what it actually takes. Right? And that's exactly what goes with you, Jay. Easy to say, hard to do, right? Definitely. That's probably what separates us, right? That's probably what separates. I'm sorry for the ugly picture, but just wanted to make a point here. That's what separates the ones that come to the successful moments and those that just want to. Right? Understanding what it really takes. What it really takes. Okay? And remember that. The only place, by the way, where success come before work is a dictionary. Right? That's a dictionary. That's the only place where the success appears before work. And remember that, guys. Investopedia. Well, kind of, yeah. All right, so back to our, after a little motivational speech for the weekend, right? let's cover the updates we have more. So we started with the oil, which is important. Now I want to cover the yen, dollar yen. If we close below this zone, we are done with our buys. Okay, guys? So remember that. We had an amazing run. We need this to complete the second false break. If it does, game is over for us. We become neutral. Okay? Remember that. That's very important because it's happening now. Another one we have on our list which we need to pay attention to is Aussie versus the Kiwi. We had a long plan which is still on as long as this low holds, because if this low does not hold, that would be the way of Mr. Market to tell us there is a good chance we are for deeper correction, which means we are maybe going to the 61.8, which would be around the 108 zone, slightly lower, or for a duplication that would be like 106. For us, the long-term plan does not change. According to monthly and weekly cycles, we will be only after buys. The only plan that will change is the levels we're going to trade from. So currently, we had the long view. It was relevant with the break of the trend line. We had this rally, but now we can see how market reacts, right? And by breaking the last low, if it does, we give it up. And we don't fight the market. We are looking for the next levels, which could be here. We still have the potential divergence to complete and develop here. And it could be also lower. So breaking below the last low basically opened the doors for the possible bearish move to be covered. And on the same time, we will start looking for, again, for false breaks and triple cycle move, double cycle move down, and then a breakout. And now I want to discuss about this situation here, guys. Take a look on the importance of this pattern that I was talking about many times. We had a triple cycle up move. 1, 2, 3. From that moment, what do we need to get? Two waves down. Did we have two waves down here? Who can tell me? Yes or no? Just look at the picture and check. What do you see? Did we have, after this triple, did we have double cycle down? Exactly. You see, guys, why it's so important to have our patience and not just saying, oh, it looks so good, it looks so good, I'm taking whatever it is. This is exactly why. Because if it doesn't happen this way, it doesn't break, there is a chance that this is all fake. And it will not hold and make a continuation. The importance of reading the chart clear and clean. And if it's not clear and clean, we simply don't trade. Make sense? Another warning sign that we've had from this pair was that there, after the break of the trend line, there was not even higher highs. It was stuck on this, it was stuck on the same place exactly, providing us no higher highs. Another warning sign. You see that, guys? And it's very, very important to pay attention to these little things and the importance of clear reading. And clear reading is when you have the what required. We know that we go after triple double breakout, we have the okay to go. We know that after convergence we can expect a retrace and continuation. We didn't have any. So even though that the market had a low for us, which as long as it holds should be bullish, we currently don't have any reasons to trade it. Make sense, guys? A very, very important lesson here happening on the market, which I wanted to explain. Now I want to discuss about the Canadian ones. The CAD, well, this one is a beast, right? Yesterday regained some heavy momentum, and it happened due to the speech from the governor, who said that the rates will not become mechanical, so we will not increase the rate by any mechanical calls. We will do it responsible, blah 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 blah, because all the rest not important. No, Jay, I didn't see him walking around. He invited me for a beer, but I said, nah, I have my live room, I cannot come, sorry. So basically, we had this move up due to the latest speech, and here, where it comes the warning sign. Why? Because we were looking for long-term sells, we still do, but we wanted the trend line to be broken, and we wanted to start to get lower lows. Once again, you can see the importance of these signs, guys, because it doesn't matter that we wish to see the down move happening. If we do not have the signs that we want to, why would we go and trade it? Agree? No trend line breakout for momentum, no lower lows. Why would we risk anything here just because monthly and weekly have lower levels? Of course the answer is no. So we still need the break of this trend line, and we still need to get lower lows. Our current low to watch is this. After yesterday, we have a good level here. So we need to go below this level in order to regain a possible bearish view. As long as we didn't see that happen, the dollar CAD could go and change a bit of the scenario. Which scenario? Of this triple special cycle. Okay, so it could start and change that. Now, why? We did not have any false break here, not 4-hour chart, not 1-hour chart. But as I explained back then, guys, when we have a vertical move like that, that's a vertical move. Vertical move just dropping without moving like in waves. When it's moving in waves, we can expect false break like here, like here. When it's just moving one move, vertical move, it's impossible to get false breaks. And that's where we get the alternative. Alternative is triple cycle, triple double. So this is what may be happening now. We have one, right? We have two. That's the only one where the two candles broken. And we get the three now. If that's the case, we should get 1, 2, and a breakout. In that case, we are going higher. Higher to where? Higher to the daily 38.2 up to 50. So we can expect it to get to 127, 128 zone, or the 130. On the weekly cycle, if we put the double cycle together, we will get magnet zones right here, here, and here. Okay, so with all the wish on earth to find the bearish view, we don't have yet a trendline breakout. We do not have lower lows yet. Therefore, we traded very, very relaxed. And currently, the pressure is yet bullish. On the short term, it could be daily, it could be for several days, but the current move is bullish. Sorry, not bearish. Sorry, my bad. Current pressure is bullish. Okay, guys, very important to put it all together, because sometimes with all the wish, and I was the first one to look for the sell opportunities, but if we don't have it triggered, and if we don't have the reasons, why would we do that? Right? Exactly like that. Just think about it this way. There is an amazing movie coming up to the theaters, and you want to go, but you don't have a ticket. How can you enter? You cannot, right? Same here. Think about it. It's a new movie coming to the to the market, but we don't have yet a ticket. So how can we actually go and enter? We can't. Agree? So that's for dollar CAD, and these corrections are currently on, and technically they could take us higher. So if we get two waves retrace and boom, break to the upside, we are going to continue higher. Another possible scenario for us to happen here is that the pair will start to make some kind of a range and then a breakout for one more leg. Okay, so that's sorry, also a possibility which we do need to pay attention to. By the way, guys, for long term, I still believe that this cycle we've had here, actually we already had 50%, exactly 50% for 120. Wow, that's massive. But I don't know why. For some reason, to me, it looks still like that. Of course, that's for long term because this is a monthly chart. Maybe because of this possible range movement here. I don't know. That's how it looks to me. So it's for long term. It doesn't change our picture anyway. Okay, so that's for the dollar CAD, and this is very important to clarify. Now, see the dollar yen still currently refusing to close below. Let's see if it will manage to. Let's see. Okay, so we have the next one, and that's CAD franc, which is continuing its corrective cycle, and we are good with these two. Remember, 1, 2. We have this triple cycle, so we are good with 50%. Which is right here. Okay, it's dancing around the same zone. From there we will start looking for possible buys. We are forming bullish hidden divergence here. Let's see. Currently we are good with both directions. Short-term sells, long-term buys are acceptable to us. The only one which is required to have attention is Mr. CAD yen, which continues to move in ugly range, not providing us the only bearish view by breaking this low. If it does, we switch only for the sells view. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. Very important. OZN was doing beautiful yesterday, continued the move down, reached the triple cycle target 50% by the point. So guys, those of you who are short from these moments where we have been analyzing that, it's a very good time to make sure you have some profits in your pockets. Okay, it looks good, looks even wonderful. I believe there is a good chance we are going to continue, but there is also a good chance there will be some corrections. For long run, we have the targets lower, and this is our target, the gap here. Okay, the first target of a triple cycle, this one, was reached. Now the 50%. Next target are still in play. Okay, guys, so this is for the OZN. Next one I have on the list. Oh, this one, the EuroCAD. I've been asked yesterday if this is not a range on a daily chart, and the answer is yes, it is. But the way I saw that, we should get it lower. And I had a complete wrong read here yesterday because the range did come inside in a play, which was surprising from one side or not. It doesn't matter because our long-term weekly is still here and we are dancing around the middle. Therefore, the long-term view does not change. Both directions for us, yet acceptable and tradable. Is that a tradable conditions? Well, you tell me, guys. Is that a triple double? Yes or no? Nah, this triple was kind of stuck on the same place. But this is the idea of the triple double. 3 up, 2 down. And it's not classical because we don't have a new high, but this is basically the general idea. Anyway, such zigzags are for long term they don't change nothing. They only have the impact for short term. I'm out of positions for this one, so nothing yet here is tradable. Aussie Kiwi we did discuss. There is one more I do want to cover, and this is the Aussie dollar, which is dancing around the bottom of the range. As I said yesterday, we need to start looking for false breaks. We got one here, and this one could be the second. This also is an alternative trendline breakout. So we need higher highs above here and buy retraces. Or our alternative would be triple cycle up, double cycle down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, breakout. We have it. We have the reasons for buys. Okay, so eyes on this one, which starts to be interesting from very interesting levels. Gold, silver, for me, yet not tradable. We didn't have anything. Oil we discussed. Here we go. Nasdaq. We finally are building up the second leg, and we should start looking for the possible sells. Let's see what we have here. Whoa, false breaks. 2 candles rule applied. Divergence, no divergence here. Irrelevant yet. Irrelevant yet. So what we want to see here, that's a false break, lower lows, and we are for sells. We did have these 2 waves retrace, so we need now to start looking for the setups with a false break and lower lows. Currently none. Or we have the alternative 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 breakout. Keep that in mind. It's coming, it's happening, and it's very interesting. Nasdaq is on the list. We have this one, which we are still waiting for the trend line to break. Not yet there. This is the UK. And we have the German DAX, which currently has this low for us to be broken in order to return to the bearish view. Few new stocks that Jordan isn't, where is that he added inside. Let's cover that. Motorola, my stock trader Jordan got us inside here. Motorola. Anything else required, guys? Beautiful bullish hidden divergence. Well, actually, this one is a bit tricky. Why? Because this is a triple cycle here, right? We have 1, 2, 3. Triple cycle with divergence, so we can go lower later on. Our sell rallies is for long term, but for short term, we do need to get these rallies. And here is why. Daily bullish cycle, divergence, and 4-hour chart, bullish cycle by itself, triple cycle, 1, 2, 3. So if we start to get lower lows, higher highs, and we go with the break of the trend line, we get the bullish reasons here for short term, of course. And our alternative, well, we go off or for higher highs and correction, and then we will be after sales, or we go for this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 breakout, and we are for this correction. We expect the correction of the daily and the 4-hour chart cycle. After that, according to weekly, we will probably be looking for sales again. If the Motorola creates for us lower low, first of all, then this would be our new false break to watch, higher highs, and then buy from here. Okay, this is for the Motorola one. Next one, where is that? Well, we have the Deutsche Bank, which we have running. Where is the Deutsche? Oh, wow! Finally, we had here, guys. Wow, that's a beautiful move. and we hit the 32 of this. Awesome. It was worth to wait, wasn't it? I even didn't check it in the morning, to be honest. But now look at that. How beautiful. Profits in the pockets. Partial, guys, those of you who trade the Deutsche Bank, partial target is taken. Longer term targets, we have the 50% of that now on play. That's around 15. And we have this cycle, that's 1550. Perfect. Deutsche is a good guy for us. Finally making us the first target reached. Okay, Group Own continuing up as well. And the good news are that we are very close to the top of our range. We actually come to the 10% deviation zone inside. Perfect, guys. Here as well, we can cash out our partials profits. We're very, very next to the area. Had a beautiful ride here. Got from this range, we got 40 cents on this. That's a 10% rally on the value. Awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nothing else to say. And again, the importance of the risk reward plan here, guys, right? We had this range on the 1 hour chart. We got the breakout, and you can see the risk reward here. Classical. More than 1 to 2. Next one on the list. Let's see that. What we have with our Heinz. Did it have for us? No, still nothing. No trendline breakouts, no false breaks. We want to go bullish, but we don't have yet the evidence for that. Let it go. Google. Oppa, here we go. Here we go, breaking the range. Still in the triangle. So we are probably here to this zone, where from we will have to see what's coming next. Okay, range in a range, taking us probably to the top of the triangle. Next one, Motorola discussed. Nike, where is our Nike? Wow, I didn't look at Nike for a long time. Let's look at it together. What Jordan found us there. Let's see what he has for us here. Weekly bottom of the range. Weekly bottom of the range, that's correct. Daily special cycle, 1, 2, 3. Bullish divergence forming. Very nice one. Very nice one. So we need higher highs. Where's the false break? We need higher highs. And we are after buy retraces. This trend line is also one to follow. Beautiful. Let's all buy some Nike shoes, guys. And help the stocks to go higher. Beautiful. We start to follow this one. PepsiCo. After the drop down. Oh, wow. Nice. Let's see what we have here from weekly and daily. Now, weekly is bearish. Daily is bullish. No, nah. What have I found? Special cycle. Okay, the corrective. Nah, I don't like that. We don't have the reasons here. It could be only short term. Only short term. Not too classical. I wouldn't. If this is good for scalping. Now, this is what we have. Short term target here. For scalping is acceptable with these highs. We need intraday movements. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, breakout. Then we can trade to here. Don't like it too much. Don't like it too much. I will not go with that. We'll remove that also. Yeah. Ralph Lauren. Let's see Ralph Lauren. What we have here. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Wow. Beautiful cycle on the weekly, beautiful on daily, finally break for highs, daily cycle, triple up. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, yeah. What should, let's say, wow, wow, yeah. It will be our boy to boy for stocks. Amazing. This setup is awesome. If we can get two waves down, we would be after massive buys or a range. Or a range, and we are after buys. Ralph Lauren is amazing opportunity. Well done, Jordan, for spotting that. I could not find that before. Amazing. Get ready for this one, guys. So just want to be clear here. Two waves down, one, two, and we are for buys or a range. So bottom of range, and we are again for buys. Clásico de la clásico. Amazing. Next one. Shake Shock. What we have here? Weekly bottom. I cannot say I loved it too much. Range, but this is well, it's actually not bad. Double cycle down. Oh, actually not bad. Taking my words back. Cycle on the special cycle on the daily or double cycle on the daily. 4-hour chart. Classical. Sorry guys, got confused. Triple cycle up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, or range, and the bottoms we are for buys. Keep this on the list, guys. This is our invalidation. Very good job. Well, I'm quiet. Jordan did pretty well by these stocks. I don't know why he chose PepsiCo, because PepsiCo is definitely against the weekly. So we avoid PepsiCo, okay, guys? I will also update it on the report. Not too classical unless you scalp for longer term. Not too classical. So Groupon paid us, Deutsche Bank paid us, Google breaking the little range and maybe going to the top of the triangle looks good, and the rest on the list we start to follow up. So that's what we have for today. Not too many news from forex. We have more opportunities to come on the stocks. And remember what we just spoke about today, guys. Patience, patience, patience. We need clean and clear setups. And the amazing proof for that we saw that with Aussie Kiwi today and with Dollar Cat. Amazing proofs of patience. So it doesn't matter what we think, what we want. Market always knows better, and we need to listen to that. Not to try to convince it, but to listen to that. And when the read become clear of the cycles, of the movements, that's where the moves become clear, because the big money is involved. When the moves are not clear, big money is not involved, and that's the moments where we are trying to convince the market that we are smarter, which we are not. Which we are not. Not for market. So guys, it was a very good week, huh? Right, Jay? I agree with you. Thank you very much. And guys, oh, sorry. What else? Lucas, Vlad says actually you doesn't like to trade gold. No, it's not about I don't like to trade gold. I love to trade gold. We traded it on the last couple of weeks, right? But I just don't have any setup here yet. Oh, because the sell we wanted reached the target. So game over for the sells we wanted, and now we don't have new setups for the anything else, right? That's the only reason why I'm neutral, because I don't have a new read. Need to wait for that a bit. We had a monster move up on the several weeks ago, right? We had a beautiful down, which we enjoyed from both, made some profits. Now it's time to say, okay, guys, that's all. We enjoyed. Let others to enjoy, some robots to enjoy the moves here. Okay. Jake, pound yen update. Pound yen unfortunately has no updates. It's still stuck in the range. We accept a corrective cycle to the downside, which could happen this way. This could turn to be head and shoulders. not much more than that. And on the same time, when we don't have these lower lows for deeper correction, weekly can continue all the way to 160. So on pound yen, both directions for us are tradable. Does that really tradable conditions? If you ask me, no, because all this move is stuck inside this one candle. All that is stuck in one candle. So for me, that's not really tradable conditions. And we better look for something else. After enjoying this range breakout, remember here, it's time to let that go. Previous week on one of the webinars, it was previous or this week? No, it was previous week. We spoke about these levels and we say that there is a good chance we are going to see some ugly moves now, and we do. And we do. And that's normal. That's normal. Give it a bit of more time, it will become much clearer again. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for a wonderful week. It was a really good one with many great opportunities, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned, and I hope we all become better. So thank you once again, and enjoy your weekend to come. Wonderful day to all. Bye for now.